Welcome back. To shed more light on U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken's visit to Egypt, meeting with the President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry, we have the pleasure to have this phone with our dear guest, Mr. Amr Abdurrahman, journalist and political analyst. Good afternoon, sir.
Well, good afternoon to you and hello to the dear viewers.
Thank you so much. Well, Mr. Abdurrahman, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is visiting Egypt today and is expected to, after this, to go and to meet with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and in Palestine is going to meet with President Mahmoud Abbas. How do you see the timing of the visit by U.S. Secretary of State Blinken and starting his three nations visit, or starting with Egypt as the first leg of a three-day visit in which he is visiting the Middle East?
I believe I would start with the last point. Why Mr. Antony Blinken, the American Foreign Affairs Minister, started his tour, his political tour from Egypt. It comes from the true, crystal clear American realizing that in Egypt the Palestinian file and the conflict between the Arabs and the Zionist existence starts by Egypt and would be ended in Egypt or by Egypt. Egypt holds the whole points of the file. Right now, I believe that Mr. Antony Blinken, he came first to Egypt, not his own ally in the Zionist existence, because he knows that we have the upper hand in this file. This is for number one. Number two, his visit to the region, he's starting with Egypt and then the Zionist existence and Palestine. I believe it comes in a very significant time. First, right afterwards, the terroristic assault that the Zionist existence has targeted the Palestinians in Jenin, which caused too many martyrs. Second, of course, the outcome of this attack is another terrorist attack, or I don't want to call it act of resistance, because I don't believe that the true Palestinians are truly fighting for their countries right now. I believe until we find true defenders in Palestine away from the terroristic groups like Hamas, we will find by then true resistance in the occupied land. Third, afterwards, the visit comes right afterwards. The attack that was launched against Iran, that military attack against military base, it's reflecting too many points. The U.S. is trying to drag the Arabs into a conflict with Iran. Iran is an enemy of the Arabs, but also Iran is an ally, a secret ally for Israel and the West. That can be noticed clearly from the nuclear file and the long-term negotiations that always comes into the benefit of the Iranian side.
Mr. Abdurrahman, what is the importance of the U.S. Secretary of State Blinken's visit in pushing forward the Egyptian-U.S. strategic relations?
Well, of course, we have too much in common. As we are talking the diplomatic side, we have too much to discuss. We need from the U.S. Responsible to know, to realize that Egypt is only seeking its own best interests from the relationship, from the ties with the U.S. We also tackle on the importance of spreading peace and security in the Palestinian territories and the occupied land, and to stop assault by the Zionist existence, as well as trying to control the terroristic groups there in the Palestinian side. We need to achieve that balance and reach some sort of stability terms and peace terms. Of course, this is most needed right now. Afterwards, the new Israeli government that is consisted of too much terrorist elements, too much terroristic ministers. I believe this is a very significant visit, and we can take the most of the benefits from it.
Yes, what do we expect from U.S. Secretary of State visit to the Middle East? Your expectations would this visit help easing or calming down the tensions between Israel and Palestine?
If there is hope, if there is a chance, if there is a way to achieve the peace and the stability in this file, is going to be only accomplished by and through Egypt. Of course, we need to contain, by working together, Cairo and Washington, to contain the danger of the new Israeli government. This is a very significant point right now. They have started their hostile moves and their terroristic moves by trying to invade the Palestinian territories, by to assault the Aqsa Mosque. This is not acceptable for Egypt and for the Arabs, as well as we as Egyptians, as the leaders of this nation, this Arabic nation, will not be dragged into war, whether with Iran or with any other force, unless it's our own goal, it's our own agenda, not outside agenda. And I need to tackle on something very important here. It's time for the Arabic NATO to rise. The Arabic NATO against the Israeli NATO or the Western NATO that they are trying to make it a solution for us. We don't need such an alliance. The only alliance we fit in is an Arab military alliance led by Egypt.
Yes, Mr. Abdurrahman, how does the visit reflect Egypt's pivotal role that is played in the Middle East?
Well, of course, we don't need any wars right now. We are trying to build our own new republic. We are trying to achieve peace. We had every reason to use force in our file like the Ethiopian file, and there is Renaissance Dam, but we didn't. We kept our self-control, we kept our distance, and we achieved.
Yes?
Self-control measures. We don't need wars. We need peace and prosperity for the whole nations in this, the Arabic nations and all the nations around the world. This also is expressed truly and crystal clear in the visits, in the last tour of Mr. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to India and to Armenia and Azerbaijan.
Yes.
Achieving the strategy of Silk Road, the soft powers to achieve prosperity and peace for the whole nation.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information, Mr. Amr Abdurrahman, journalist, writer, and political analyst. Well, to shed more light on this topic, we are now with our Nile TV correspondent Basma Taha from the Ministry, the Foreign Ministry.
نتناول الموضوعات التي نوقشت خلال مباحثات